Aditya Agarwal now joins us. Aditya, let's start with Britannia. Generally a name that we would not talk about. Today also 7.5 lakh shares in terms of volumes only. How is Britannia looking in? After 12 quarters, we've seen a disappointment.
Well, Pankaj, on charts, if we see then 3000 was a very strong resistance level. And last week, if we see then for last 3-4 days, stock was seeing some resistance on those levels and we were seeing some profit booking pressure. Today, stock opened with a gap down and thereafter continuously for the whole day, stock was under pressure. And if we see open interest wise, stock has added almost 10.5% shares in open interest, which are clearly on the short side. So for the short term perspective, stock is looking weak. If we see a weekly or monthly chart, then stock is trading broadly in a range of 2500 and 3000. So I think that stock can again retest this support area of 2500, 2450 level. But that will be a good area where one can accumulate long position. But as of now, buying at current level does not make sense. One can wait for some more time, another 5-7% correction, and around 2500, that will be a good level where one can initiate long positions.
Right. How would you look at Lupin? Were you surprised by the move that came in the last 1 hour today?
Well, if we see the overall structure for Lupin, then that is weak only. Means we saw some pullback from lower levels of 1300. With the short covering, it moved up to 1650, 1700 levels. But it has already given a breakdown below its crucial support level of 1750, and after that, it has never breached those levels. And on all the pullbacks, we are seeing some fresh short position getting built up. Today again, we have seen some fresh shorting in the next month futures. So we are expecting that this stock will continue to trade with negative biasness. On the lower side, again, it can test 1400 to 1350 levels. So yes, means today we saw some profit some short covering in first half of the session, but overall structure is weak, and I don't think so that one should do bottom fishing in this count as of now. As I still we think that there still means stock can see some 100 to 150 points correction in short period of time. So any pullback towards 1500, 1550. Again, one should use it to make short positions with a stop loss of 1620. On lower side, we're expecting target of 1400 to 1350.
Right, but one should not go ahead now and create short positions. Should wait for some bounces.
Yes, means one should wait for a bounce. Means stock has already corrected in last 2 days if we see them by more than 200 points. So we can see a pullback in the counters. At this level, if we see then means for short traders, this reward ratio is clearly not in their favors as stop loss will be quite big. So 1500, 1520 is a good level where one can go short, keeping the stop loss at 1620.
Right. How would you look at ITC? 5% move today?
Well, if we see ITC, then this stock was trading in the range of 305, 335. Finally, in today's session, we saw a breakout from this range, and the stock has closed above that. With this stock has also added 6% shares in open interest. But again, means if we see on higher side, then 355, 358, this 3-4 rupees band is a very strong resistance zone. And if the stocks break this range and it trades above 360, then we are expecting some more move in the counter, and in that case, stock may test 410 levels. But overall structure for the stock is positive. But at this level, I won't advise long positions. If a stock goes above 360 and closes above that, then yes, in that case, one can go long in the stock with a target of 410.
Right, but only above 460, you would look to create new positions?
Yeah, above 360 levels, or if stock comes again in the range of 330, 332 level, that is a good level. But at current levels, risk reward is again not in favor of buyers. Means the stop loss will come somewhere in the range of 305 levels, and on a higher side, it will see some resistance around 360. But yes, above 360, we will see a good movement in the counter in a very short span of time.
Right. Below 330, you're saying, say if it goes to 330, you are quite confident it will not breach that level as well? Or if it breaches, what should be the stop loss?
Well, see, again, means we are not very bearish on the counters. We can see this stock can see some profit booking if market corrects. But again, if it comes in the range of 330, it's a good buy level with a stop loss of 305. First target will be 360 and above that 410.
Right. As far as SBI is concerned, what will be your view on SBI 168, 169?
Well,
results are yet to come out, but it's corrected on other results.
Well, if we see SBI, then the structure for SBI is still weak. Means if we see on weekly charts, then 145, 148 was a very strong support level, and from those levels, stocks saw a sharp pullback. It tested 200 levels. But again, means in last couple of weeks, if we see, then the stock is again trading with negative biasness. It has given a breakdown below its support zone of 175, 178 levels, and it is trading well below that. So view for stock remains still weak. We are expecting that stock will continue its downward movement, and it can again retest 150, 145 levels. if someone wants to buy, then 145 is a good level to buy. But at current levels, one should avoid making any long positions. Yes, if someone wants to make short positions, they can still initiate short positions at current levels, or any pullback towards 172, 174 can be used to make short positions. Keeping a stop loss of 182. On lower side, our targets are 150 and 145.
150.
Yes.
Do you believe 150 can come in soon? Results are coming towards the later end of the week. You think that could be a big trigger?
Well, we see the chart formation of the counter. I don't think that it will take much longer for SBI to test 150 levels. I think in a short span of time, probably during result time only, stock can test 150 levels. But yes, that is a good level where one can enter into long positions into SBI.
Where did the stock reverse last time from in the Feb? Can you just tell us what was the low then? Is that what you're looking as a support level?
Yes, means we are looking for the previous lows which it made in Feb. It was approximately 148, 150 levels.
Right. So that's what you would look for it to retest. If it breaks below the 148 level, then?
Well, in that case, the whole structure for SBI will be very weak, and in that case, it may test 125, 130 levels. But still, that is a long-term call. Means as of now, I won't comment that what will happen if it breaks 145 levels. That totally depends. But yes, if it breaks 145, and that is a 145, 150, this 5 rupees band is a very long-term support in this counter. If we see for last 3-4 years, then stock has not broken those levels. If that is broken, then yes, we can expect some more correction in the counter. In that case, it can test 120, 125 levels.
Right. What do you make of Bank of Baroda and the recent move over there? Can it go and test the previous lows of 119, 117, or probably I think 109 was the previous low?
Well, structure for all the PSU banks is more or less same, and which is weak. But in the Bank of Baroda, the stock has seen a correction. It is currently trading around the support zone, which is around 128, 130 levels. So we can see a minor pullback from those counters, and it can test 140 levels. But structure, as I said earlier, is weak only, and I think it can again test 120 level, 215 levels. So it's not a time to make long positions in Bank of Baroda as of now, or in that matter, any of the PSU banks as of now. One can still wait. 5 to 10% correction from these levels is easily means we are seeing in all the PSU banks particularly.
Right. Aditya, thank you so much for taking out time for us. Always a pleasure.